Greetings! I am back after a little bit of a hiatus and I'm back to do a tag video. It's been too long, guys. Now this one, when I saw the video that David from David Diggs did for this, please go watch it. I will link it below in the description. I will also link it at the end of this video. Oh, the graphics and how well put together this video is that he done. You really must watch it. So this is a Halloween tag. I haven't done a tag in so long. When I saw this, it's like, oh yes, I need to do this. I'm one of these pesky individuals that doesn't wait to be tagged. I just do it. But on watching Jen's review from the Graves tag for this, which she did with her son Christian, I got tagged. Fantastic. So I legitimately can do this video. So this is the Halloween tag. As I say, I will put the link below to both Jen's and David's original video. And let's get started. I apologise if I get these questions in the wrong order. I screenshot the video as I was watching it with all the questions, so apologies if I get them a little out of order, David. So first off, when is it officially Halloween season for you? Now, let me explain first of all to anyone in the US watching this. Anyone in the UK will totally get this. In the UK and Ireland, when I say UK, people are like, you're from Ireland. Northern Ireland's part of the UK. But it's much the same in Ireland and on the mainland of England, Scotland, Wales. Halloween stuff, shit. That's the only way I can put it. We don't get proper decorations. We get like certain shops like TK Maxx, which I believe you call TJ Maxx. This is going to be long because I'm waffling. I do apologise. We get like homeware, like little like snow globes and like tea towels and pillows, cushions, and it's like all that stuff. See all the cool, like proper big scary Halloween decorations that you guys get that you put outside your house on Halloween? Hardly none of that here, very little, very disappointing. People here don't really get into the Halloween spirit very much either, which is disappointing. We always do every year, we decorate every year, we love Halloween. I did think my son, who is 12, would have grown out of the trick-or-treating thing, because here it's a thing that mainly little kids do, and again, not everyone does it. But he's adamant he wants to do it again this year, so he will be trick-or-treating. We're putting together his outfit. He has done a different outfit every year for Halloween. He's a big fan of dressing up for Halloween. So yeah, very much so we do Halloween in this house. We decorate inside, we decorate as much as we can outside with the paltry offerings that there are. Yeah, and finances, you know, things here for Halloween for outside costs a bloody fortune. But in that we don't even get much choice. So next question, do you decorate for Halloween? I've answered that. Right, I've just realised the first question was when is it officially Halloween season for you, and I haven't answered it. It's Halloween season for me in October. I know for a lot of people it's earlier, but for us, they've got Christmas stuff in the shops right now and bugger all for Halloween. But my son always says, oh, on the 1st of October can we put our Halloween decorations up? So generally we do. So for us, really, 1st of October, mainly because it's not a big thing here. It's not celebrated like it is in the US, which pains me. Next question I have answered, do you decorate for Halloween? Most certainly we do. Next question, what is your favourite Halloween candy to hand out or to receive? I like all kinds of things. I love the little, like, the things that look like candy. Is it candy corn it's called? That we don't get much here, but I see in the US a lot. I love those. I like marshmallows in the shape of ghosts and skulls. I ordered a load of stuff off online the other day to make up little treat bags for kids, and it's got like like fizzy spiders and jelly skulls with like brain mush in it and eyeballs and little marshmallow ghosts and little fizzy pumpkins. I love Halloween candy that actually has an aspect of Halloween about it, that it's not just normal sweeties, it's something to do with Halloween. So I try as much as possible when I make up my little treat bags for the kids to put in stuff that says Halloween. That's not just when the kids go trick-or-treating, some people, and I'm not having a go at this, but they'll maybe buy like a multi-bag of crisps and just give the kids a bag of crisps, and it's better than nothing obviously, but for me, for Halloween, I like to try and make it Halloweeny for the kids. And what do I like eating? Anything. Give me anything, I'll eat it. I'm greedy. Favourite spooky tunes? That's a difficult one. I can't say I'm a massive fan of spooky tunes. Now, when I watched Jen's review from The Grave, they did mention, is it Tito and the Tarantula? Oh, I can't remember. The movie Dusk Till Dawn has got a song in it called After Dark, which very famously Salma Hayek comes out and dances with a big snake. I'm sure you're aware of it. That's quite a spooky tune and it's awesome. The Lost Boys soundtrack, which they also mentioned, I came up blank when this question came up, and then I watched their video. It's like, yes, yes, yes. The song Pet Cemetery, but I'm going to go with Backyard Babies version, not the Ramones version, which is quite contentious, but Backyard Babies are my favourite band, so I'm allowed. There is a movie called Trick or Treat, not the one about Sam, Trick or Treat, not the anthology. This is one about a rock star that comes back from the dead, which I love. Soundtrack of that is done by a band called Fastway. Absolutely love that. That's quite Halloweeny, quite spooky. So yeah, that'll do on that one. I'm not very good on that one. Okay, so Halloween party or movie marathon. I think movie marathon for me. I'm not a big party gal. I can't remember the last time I was at a party. Parties here again, people don't tend to dress up, which does my head in. I love to dress up for things, and like a fancy dress party I'd be totally up for. But movie marathon, everyone likes movies, don't they? So yeah, sitting watching tons of my favourite horror movies with some snacks, with some drinks, with good friends, that would be my choice. Is there a movie that scares you to this day? Okay, the words to this day would insinuate it did when I was much younger, and it still does. Not so much a movie. The first movie that really scared me was Poltergeist. I was a child. I could never walk upstairs with the light off ever again after watching it. That movie doesn't scare me anymore. I love the movie, but paranormal stuff does. It's the only real way to push my buttons is a scary paranormal movie. I know everyone's not a fan, but the first time I saw Paranormal Activity, that bit where the person's dragged off the bed by their foot, Jesus Christ. It's like, you know that thing where if you sleep with your foot out of the bed, you're worried that someone's going to grab it and put, well, that movie, just all my nightmares came true at once. So I wouldn't say there's a movie I saw as a child that still frightens me. I would say the genre of the paranormal frightened me to death as a child, and it still does today if done correctly, but it's so rare I get a movie that actually frightens me. I want it to. I'm desperate to be frightened by a movie, but it's difficult these days. Fan of remakes. Sometimes. Like I was on a stream the other night, and like was said, why don't you just remake bad movies? Why don't you remake movies that could have been amazing but weren't? Stop remaking amazing movies. Now, there is a couple of exceptions. Now I still prefer the original, let me say that, but Evil Dead, really decent remake. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, pretty decent remake. Doesn't have any of the mood or the grit or the grime of the original, but it's a good movie. The Pennywise movies, I know the original was a series, but the new movies, very, very good. So I do feel in some cases, yes, but there are some movies, if you heard they were remade, like they remade Poltergeist, no, don't. They remade Carrie, no. Firestarter, no. All terrible. If you heard they were going to remake Jaws, I'm sure you would be like, what the heck, just don't. For me, The Wicker Man, look at what they did to The Wicker Man. Jesus, wept. But if it's shit, by all means remake it, give us something decent. If it's a classic and it's amazing, American Werewolf in London, look what they did with the sequel to that, American Werewolf in Paris. Just don't even connect the two. But yeah, make the bad ones, leave the good ones alone for me. That would be my viewpoint, but there are a couple of exceptions. Finish this sentence. If it's flavoured pumpkin spice, can I make a noise? No. If it's, I don't like pumpkin spice, not a fan, don't like it, don't like pumpkin flavour. Scent though, I bought, and it's gorgeous, this black candle with like a little pumpkin face on the front, and you take his hat off and it's pumpkin spice scented candle. Beautiful. Absolutely love it. It's been on every day since I bought it. Taste, flavour, like everybody's getting these pumpkin spice lattes. No. Haunted corn maze or haunted house? Right. I'm a big Jessie. We don't have anything like this here. Well, we maybe do, but not near me. The nearest I can explain to you, I went on a ghost walk when I lived in Nottingham in England, and there's a lot of history. A guy that did the show Most Haunted, which if you're in the UK you will know the show, kind of like the English version of Ghost Adventures. And it used to be a really big show here in the UK, and one of the guys that's responsible for that show, he owns like jails and stuff that are like said to be haunted. And I went on this big like ghost walk with work. It was nighttime, it was Halloween time-ish, and what they do, they get people that jump out on you, which I wasn't aware was going to happen, because we don't have that thing of haunted houses where you go in knowing people are going to jump out on you. I'm at a haunted, or like on a ghost walk, and I think I'm going to get stories, which we did, and history, and we get to go into the cells that are said to be haunted. Just right up my street, love it. But what I didn't know is they had people that were going to jump out on us, and I wasn't aware of that, but they look for the biggest Jessie, the biggest screamer, and they would not leave me alone. Everywhere I went, some fucker jumped out on me, and I'm awful. So haunted corn maze or haunted house, I daren't, because I scream the house down. I can't abide people jumping out on me. I'm so easily frightened, it's ridiculous. I'm not frightened by stories or horror movies, or even going into haunted rooms and cells and stuff, but if you put some fucker that jumps out on me, that's it. So I'm going to say neither, because I would just do everyone else's head in, scream, who's that silly bitch screaming? It's me. So probably best not. Are you scared easily? I think I answered that one. By people jumping out on me in inopportune moments, yes, very much so. I will whoop, I will scream, I will jump in the air. If I'm holding something, I will throw it in the air. By movies, stories, no, not at all. Are you doing the scaring? No, I don't. I feel so sorry for like anybody that other people jump out on and frighten. I daren't. Or you'll get a punch in the face or something. You see these videos of people jumping out of bins and then people punch them in the face. It's like, no, I don't want any of that. So we'll not know. So I don't do the scaring. Okay, I got myself confused, and I've gone to David's YouTube page. He's got all the questions listed below, so I had no need to take screenshots of his videos. So let's go back. So I think I have got all of them so far. Do you scare easily, or are you the one doing the scaring, was the question. I scare easily, and I don't tend to do the scaring. So you're cast in a horror movie. Which character are you? The final guy or girl, the comic relief, or the killer? I'm neither of those. I'm probably the first victim. I'm not the final girl because I'd scream and get caught. Comic relief, I don't think I'm a particularly funny person. The killer, well, if you put me in a house with loads of people I don't like, potentially we could do that. But I would say more than likely the first ridiculous victim that you shout at the TV screen because they're doing something idiotic, like running up the stairs with a person chasing them, and it's like, well, where are you going to go? That would be me. So yeah, we'll go that. I would love to say final girl, love to, but I'm too much of a Jessie. I'd get caught. 12, coulrophobia, that could be pronounced completely wrong, is the fear of clowns. Are you clowning around? What does he mean by that? I am not frightened of clowns. I love the look of a really scary clown. I find it really effective. Does it scare me? No. But we had this thing in the UK for a while, a few years back, where people were dressing as clowns and just going, like scary clowns, and just go and stand in places with like fake knives and stuff. And your brain says, that might be a bad guy. That could just be some idiot arsing about, but that could be, if you wanted to go out and cause carnage, that would be a pretty damn good way to do it. So I find that a bit disconcerting. If I was out on my own at night, I don't walk anywhere on my own at night, but obviously you have to drive places alone at night, and if I were in my car alone at night, these guys would come and stand in the middle of the road and stuff, just stand there with a knife and just stare at you. That would frighten me, I have to admit. I'm not scared of clowns per se, but that would have frightened me had I encountered it back when they were doing that. So yeah, I hope that kind of answers the question. Finally, if you could spend one day as a ghost, who would you haunt and why? I really had to laugh at Jen and Christian's answers to this. You should go, I will link Jen's answers below, and she's really funny. You go watch it. If I could spend one day as a ghost, who would I haunt and why? Should have thought of these quite, you know, there's probably the X-rated answer and the like more clean for viewership answer. I'd probably haunt Henry Cavill. Can you imagine? The dogs have started barking now. That's them telling me off for being pervy. At the end of this video will be noisy. If you hear a dog bark or talking, my grocery shopping has just turned up. They heard me say Henry Cavill and they decided to ruin it for me. That's my punishment. That is my debt to society. Henry Cavill, because can you imagine? But no, I think I loved Christian's answer to this. Some evil ficker. Somebody that just does bad in the world. Someone that's just a menace to society. Just find somebody at random that's a nasty piece of work and just drive them insane. Like if you were alive when Hitler was alive, that kind of person. So I'd be torn between Henry Cavill, bad person. That would be what my brain would be saying, but I would hope I would centre on bad person, centre in on a really evil fucker and just drive them insane and then move on to the next one. So, but it's only one day. We'll do as much as I could in one day. So that will do it, folks. That is David Diggs' Halloween tag, David Diggs Halloween. I will, as I say, link to David's video and to Jen and Christian's, who's the only people I've seen do this tag as yet. I am going to tag a few people. Please do not feel you must. If I haven't tagged you, take this video as me saying if you're interested, if you've seen this and you want to do it, please feel free. I am going to tag Mike from Did You See That? I am going to tag Playtendo Guy. I am going to tag Random Horror, Strange Monkey Reviews. I'm trying to think of people that like horror, any of the cinema squad that fancy doing this. So Anthony, Fever Dreamland Theatre, Lost in the Rails, Sean, Man of Movies, Jonathan, The Upside Down, Dan, or it's Jess Burns from Berger Oakar. Any of you guys fancy doing it? Obviously feel free, no pressure, but yeah, I will leave it at that, guys. Obviously if you want to do the tag, please feel free to do it. You do not need to be tagged. It's fun just to listen to people's answers to these type of things at this time of year. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments if you want to answer the questions, but do a video, it's much more fun. And I'll link the videos at the end and in the comments for you. Thank you so much for watching. Over and out from Lisa Loves.